What's going on, guys? I hope everyone is doing well. And in this video, we're going to be breaking down Uzma and Leena's $250,000 per month funnel that they use for their Airbnb coaching business. Now, I've taken 3 days to make this. I've gone in detail. I've gone through their whole funnel. I've been messaging them. So let's just dive straight into it. So first things first, let's talk about traffic, because without traffic, you're not going to make any money. So they use YouTube as their main source of lead generation, and then they use a 222 content strategy. So they have top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel. So for the top of funnel content, you can see it's things like day in the life in Maldives, spending $40,000 in a day shopping spree, and I bought my dad his dream car. So as you can probably tell, this is to bring people in to their channel and to the ecosystem. And then once they've brought people into the ecosystem and into their channel, from their top of funnel content, they have their middle of funnel and bottom of funnel content, which are videos like this: how to make $10,000 per month from Airbnb in 2024, how Airbnb changed our lives at 19 years old, and the truth about building a business with your best friend in your 20s. So the bottom one here is more middle of funnel, which is to show people what they actually do and educate people on what they do. So people have come in from the top of the funnel here, watched a viral video, something that is more entertaining instead of educating. Then they watch these types of videos to be educated, and then these two videos are bottom of funnel, so they are to convert the leads. Now, having top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel is very important if you're posting on YouTube and even Instagram, because you need different types of videos to do different types of things. Top of funnel, you need to make viral videos that will reach a viral audience and reach millions of people to bring new people into your ecosystem. Middle of funnel, educate them on what you do. Bottom of funnel, convert them. So another thing they do is they do a lot of collabs. So as you can see here, Ibi Aslam and Take a Seat. And what they're doing here is pretty much just stealing their audience. So instead of doing it on their channel, they're doing it on other channels as well. And if people like watching these channels and they also like Uzma and Leena, then they will go onto their channel as well. And once again, they'll be nurtured through the middle of funnel, bottom of funnel, and top of funnel content. So next, we're going to talk about what they actually offer. So they do weekly vlogs, which is mostly entertaining, but very good to get views, top of funnel once again. They have success beforehand. So they've seen success in Airbnb before they started their coaching program. And now their coaching program is making $250,000 per month. So that helps them out when they're trying to sell and also make content. And then they're positioned as authority figures due to their top of funnel content. Obviously, if you're not an authoritative figure, you can't spend 40,000 in a day. Another thing that they do is they have internal teams to repost their content. Now, if you're not doing this and you're a coach or an agency or even a consultant and you're making content, then you're missing out on a lot of attention. As you can see here at the bottom, these videos generate a lot of views and they're not having to do anything apart from pay small amounts to these creators. So as you can see, it's on Instagram, it's on TikTok as well. And as I said, very beneficial. None of them have a lot of followers, but it doesn't need followers. These are to get people to go onto their YouTube account, go onto their Instagram, and finally get them to convert in a few months' time. And then, as you can probably imagine, these channels lead to their Instagram accounts and their YouTube accounts. And now another example of the 222 content strategy is here. So top of funnel is to get eyeballs, spending 40K in a day. Middle of funnel is for the audience to question what they do to afford this. So real life in Dubai as a 22-year-old, people might be thinking, oh, why is she in Dubai? How does she afford to do that? And then click on the video and see that there's an Airbnb business and they want to learn more. And then, but once again, bottom of funnel, how to make $10,000 per month from Airbnb. Now, something you'll realize is obviously the top of funnel will get the most views, middle of funnel will get lower views than the top of funnel, and then bottom of funnel will get the least views. Now, one thing I would do if I was Uzma and Leena is make a main bottom of funnel video like this, and then link all of their other videos that are middle of funnel and top of funnel to that specific video. I think that will convert a lot better. So that's one thing I'd improve for them to do. And if you're a coach, you could probably include that and implement all of this with my tips that I'm putting on top. So finally, it's time for the funnel. Now, if you go on their Instagrams, you might get a little bit confused because they don't actually have what you see as a normal landing page or a normal funnel. What they have is just a few YouTube videos. And then at the bottom, they have an email list. So as I was going through their funnels and their landing pages, I was a little bit confused because there was no coaching offer available. You can't actually find any of their coaching offers online. You can't find it anywhere. But there is an email list, as I said. So I joined the email list and I've been getting emails constantly. And this is where AI comes in. If you don't have AI working for you, then you're going to be wasting so much time or just not doing the necessary things, such as having an email list automated so that you don't need to be sending out the emails manually. Okay, so now that we've covered everything to do with their traffic and how they bring in leads, we're going to be speaking about AI in Uzma and Leena's business. So, as you can see, I messaged her. I said a word and an automation triggered from that word and it started messaging me. So it says, hey, appreciate you for reaching out. Where are you based? So they're trying to build some rapport. They're trying to ask where you're from so they can qualify you. I said, I'm interested how to get into your coaching offer. Do you even have a coaching program? Because I didn't know. I couldn't find anything even though I knew they did coaching. Then she said, I'd love to help you out. We do offer mentorship to help people. We want to get started with Airbnb. Would you like a rundown? Now, I could have replied to this saying yes, yes, and gone further down that funnel. But instead, I wanted to see if they had automated follow ups because that's even more important than having a good funnel from this point on. And they do. Now, they only sent two. What I would recommend is having around 18 of these. But, anyways, let's go on to what they do to have these automations in place. Go High Level, which is a CRM, and ManyChat. So, if you're not aware about this, I would definitely recommend doing some research or reaching out to me on Instagram and I can help you out with that. But you can set up your email list and your emails being sent out automatically through Go High Level. And then for ManyChat, you can set up automations for someone DMing you a word and then they get more information about what it is. So if you have a coaching offer in fitness, for example, and you say, DM me the word coaching, you can have a whole conversation automated so that you don't need to do any manual work. Next, we have using AI, Uzma and Leena reach out to people, they continuously follow up, they draw more attention to their YouTube, they nurture leads, they qualify their prospect, and they sell their coaching offer. They don't have any landing pages, nothing. All they use is AI, and they make $250,000 per month with their coaching offer. If that doesn't tell you enough about AI, then I don't know what does.